I'm Persuasive, and today I will be discussing something that presents itself in our everyday lives, and although it is invisible, we all know it's there. It has a nasty habit of presenting itself during our highest of highs and our lowest of lows. I'm talking about stress, and as my audience all knows, and if you've ever experienced stress, it is very hectic and it can wreak havoc on the body and it can cause all sorts of problems. Problems such as producing cortisol, and cortisol produces inflammation. Inflammation can um, damage your immune system and make it that much harder to ward off disease. So let's move on. Now, in order to cope and deal with stress, we need to recognize stress. We need to pinpoint it, dissect it, assess it, and recognize what our surroundings are, such as situations, people, or certain things that just make us irritable, irrational, and crazy. So, um, we would need to devise a stress journal. A stress journal is used to write these things down, write these situations down, write the people that make us feel irrational down. So this way we can prevent it from ever happening again, or just using it as a coping mechanism. So have you ever been around somebody that makes you feel angry or upset? Or is there a certain place that you don't like being that makes you not want to be there, that causes stress and that causes stress within you? If all these things are true, then writing in a stress journal would definitely help you. Now, let's talk about the two different types of stresses. There's good stress. Believe it or not, there is good stress. So let me just get right into it. Good stress can come from experience such as going out on a first date, moving, starting a new job, going on vacation, to name a few. So this is a short-term feeling that good stress gives us. It reduces a chemical in our brain called endorphins. Endorphins makes us feel happy, and it gives us a feeling of elation. So let's get on to the one that nobody enjoys, including myself, and that's bad stress. Bad stress is a long term effect. It produces, like I said before, it produces cortisol, which damages our immune system and makes it that much harder to ward off disease. It can also cause several mental health disorders. It could cause anxiety, bipolarism, depression. It also it's also, drains us of energy, um, severely unmotivates us. So, what can we do to deal with this stress and cope with it? Well, it's a good thing that you asked. There are several mechanisms that we can use to deal with stress. One would be exercise. As we all know, exercise is a good way to stay healthy, fit, and it also produces a chemical in the brain called endorphins. Now, if you don't know what endorphins are, endorphins is a chemical that's produced by the brain that makes us feel happy, gives us a sense of elation. So, yoga is another healthy alternative that falls under the exercise category. Meditating also helps us deal with stress. Breathing, or rather, the breathing technique where you count your breaths, inhale slowly, exhale slowly, and it helps us manage stress pretty well. Another component is to play with a pet. Nothing makes you feel better than playing with your pet. They give us their unconditional love, which in turn makes us feel great. Another technique would be listening to music. Listening to music that you like also creates a sense of happiness. Um, uh, eating comfort food. Eating comfort food can also help you. Now, if any of you have ever had a bad day, go to a restaurant and order some comfort food. Am I right? Yeah. So, therefore, there are many ways that we can help that many ways that help us deal with stress on a daily basis. And I'm just naming a few. I might have left out a couple here or there, but these are healthy ways to help us manage good and bad stress. Now, have any of you ever had a bad day? Yeah. Does any of you ever dealt with a stressful person at work or at school? Yes. Okay, so I mean, we can pretty much say that we all know what stress makes us feel like. It can produce physical symptoms such as muscle tension, headaches, migraines. It can make us feel very, very sad. Um, and those are just to name a few. So, in conclusion, I would just like to leave you with this. Learn how to deal with your stress before it consumes you. As we all know, if you exercise, it makes you feel healthy. If you meditate, it makes your mind feel healthy. And as we all know, the mind controls the body. So, in order to be a healthier you and a happier you, keep your mind healthy. And if you know anybody that needs help because they have unbearable stress, make sure to help them find help immediately.